Hi everybody, and thank you for watching. So this is the area of my home that I'm going to tackle. I'm going to tackle this bookshelf. There is just so much stuff up here that's just been dumped. I'm also going to go through my books and also those little boxes. I'm also going to look at this stairs here. So every time we need to bring something upstairs, I get lazy, so I just dump it on the stairs and I just leave it there. So I will have to grab all those items and take them upstairs to where they're supposed to be. And then, like I said, I am going to work on this bookshelf. So I'm just bringing everything down, and my daughter's going to help me. There's just so many random toys and stuff there that has just been dumped. Some of it could be for things that need to go upstairs. I don't know. I haven't tackled this area in quite a while. And then you can also see a lot of my books. They've just been kind of like dumped in there, and I just need to declutter, see if I've got any duplicates, see if there's anything there that I will not read. To be honest, I haven't read 90% of these books, but me and my daughter are doing this challenge right now where every day we will sit down for half an hour to 45 minutes and finish a chapter of the book that we're reading. So she's really into Percy Jackson and all of that Greek mythology and Roman mythology. So I've been getting books for her from the library, and so she's been doing really well with those books. And then I'm starting to read some of these books on this bookshelf. So I do have one book that I think I've been trying to finish for like the last year, and I'm almost done. I think I have maybe another 10 more chapters. So by doing this challenge with my daughter every day, I should be able to finish that book very soon and then work on the next one. So right now I'm just pulling out all the books, and I'm going to wipe down these kind of shelves or cubes, and I'm just sorting through them. So I'm going through the ones that I don't think I will ever read. I'm going to put them to the side. Ones that I believe I will, and I don't want to let go of them yet. I'm going to put them back on the shelf and kind of organize it. Try and do it based on author and size. And honestly, I was unaware because I try to collect books where possible. Like I go to the libraries and stuff like that. But there were, I think, at least 3 books that I had 2 copies of them, and I had no idea. So I had to put those in there. So you can see this bag right now of books. I think I decluttered close to about 20 books, and I was very happy about that because now I can see what books I have and decide what's the next book I'm going to read. And then also I'm decluttering, which is what the goal of this channel and this video is. Also, this cubicle kind of bookshelf, it works perfectly for this area, but I thought, you know what, let's flip it around, and that way we actually have more space between the bookshelf and the stairs. So I decided to take all of those pictures from the bottom, and I'm actually placing them back up the top. And I told my daughter we're gonna flip this bookshelf, and that way it will actually seem like we have more space. So right now I'm just trying to take all of these cubes out, and I'm gonna ask for her help to flip this bookshelf around, and then we're going to start going through the cubes. She's still cleaning the floor, but we'll eventually start going through the cubes, and I'm also going to start putting away all of my books. So that is my goal right now. So I think it looks pretty good. What are your thoughts? It's a bit difficult now because with the cubes, I kind of did like a zigzag of colors. And so I had to kind of figure out how I'm going to design this. I'm still going to do like gray, black. And then also I had 4 cubes of books. I'm still going to have 4 cubes of books. I just have to put one of the cubes you see on the second shelf as books there. And so right now I'm putting all of my books back. My goal is to try and fit all my books in just those 4 cubes and not have a lot of excess. So as I'm putting them in, I'm also sorting them. I'm trying to put like authors together. And then if I If there's too many books, I'm gonna start basically letting them go. So you saw there, I looked and there was actually 2 books that were the same author, say like the exact same book, so I put that to the side. And then as I'm going through, I have about 5 or 6 books on the top that you can't see, and I'm just trying to put them or organize them in a sense. If they're not going to fit, then I might let them go. And I'm just double checking all of the books, and also I'm being a bit OCD and making sure that they're all like biggest to smallest in a way, just a little bit more organized. And then, like I said, by somewhat author. Like I have a few books where they're the same author, so I'm trying to put them together. And then I might get to the stage where I go through a series. So with this reading challenge with my daughter, I might say, okay, let's pick this one author. I have like 4 of his books. Let me start reading them, and then we'll see how it goes from there. There's also a few other books I kind of put in the back there. The fiction books. So most of my books are non-fiction, kind of like about money and investing. Those are the kind of books that I like to read. But I do have some classic fiction books that I've collected for a long time, back like in Australia. When my brother came over last year, he brought some of my books with me, and so they're just like classic books that I know that I spent a lot of money on at the bookstore, so I don't want to let go of them. I have read them, but I'm thinking maybe I'll read them again. I'm not too sure. Okay, so the books are basically done. Now my daughter's starting to go through all of the cubes. So there's a good, most of the cubes are her cubes with toys. And I think there's only about 3 cubes that are kind of my cubes. So this one that I'm going through right now has all of our phone accessories, like screen protectors and stuff like that. It also has all of our masks when it comes to COVID, and then all of our COVID tests. I don't want to move it from this spot. We always knew it was in the bottom right, so I'm just organizing it. And then we've just been dumping stuff in this cube, and so basically I'm organizing it, and realized that there was a few little tubs of stationery, pens, random stuff. So I'm going through them now and just organizing these cubes. I really decluttered quite a lot. There was so many items in here that I was unaware that they were there. I reckon these have been sitting in these cubes since we moved to this home about 4 years ago, and we haven't touched them. So they've just sat there, and so we were able to declutter that. So we continue to get more bags. So she's going through the decluttering. I also have a bag for trash. So I'm going through all these things and trashing most of them and just organizing it. So continue watching. I don't think I've ever decluttered these cubes before. Last time we did this area, I think last year, we just focused on the top and a bit of the books, but this time we're actually going through the cubes. And so my daughter's going through. She has a lot of plush, and I'm not going to tell her to get rid of them all, but she is at the point now where she's actually getting rid of some. So she's going through them, deciding what she wants to keep and what she doesn't. And I'm very proud that she is doing that. So it took a while for me to just organize this one cube. There were so many little small things that I was either throwing away or deciding to keep. My daughter's already on her 3rd cube, so I thought it was easy to just do cube by cube instead of dumping everything on the floor and getting overwhelmed. And so you can see my little one is kind of putting 2 plush up. She's asking the 5-year-old if she wants to keep them because some of these plush are hers. And so thankfully the little one's like, yep, you can get rid of that one, but I want to keep this one. And so they're at the stage now where they are deciding what they want to keep and what they don't, which I'm very happy about. There was that puzzle there as well. I think they got it last Christmas and they never really used it. And honestly, it's a nice puzzle, but it makes a big mess. And so I did hide it in this cube, and I guess we forgot about it. And my daughter doesn't want it anymore, so we will just donate it, and that should be fine. Okay, so my daughter's going to continue to clean all of or declutter all of her plush, and I will continue to do this one cube first, and then after that I'll go to the next one. I did find a bunch of my GoPro stuff, so I decided to put it in this cube as well. These cubes, honestly, they are very big. I think they're like 1 foot by 1 foot, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna put them all in that cube. So we have all of my GoPro, all of my cell phone accessories, a few stationery, all of our masks, and our what else? And our COVID tests. So that's all in that cube. Those are like stuff that we will always go through. This Ziploc has a bunch of English to Tagalog kind of books that my daughter got when we went to the Philippines. So maybe that's going to be another challenge that we can start looking at. We're just going to do it challenge at a time. So right now, me and my daughter, we try to do this reading challenge. We're also doing Duolingo, so we're trying to learn a bit of Spanish, and then maybe we will look at doing Tagalog as well. So we'll just see. And so I just finished that one cube, so that's cube number 2 for me. She just did her 3rd cube. Okay, and so now she's going through her 4th one, which is all of her art stuff, so beads and all the other stuff, and I'm going through this 3rd one, which has all of our stationery. So I would say it's been almost 3 years. There was a glitch going on Staples during the back to school, and I got like these boxes of pens, boxes of highlighters. I got a bunch of stationery items. I think it would have costed almost $60, and I only paid like $20. And so we've been utilizing those for quite a while now. So I had like a whole box of like glue sticks, highlighters, the metal, like the pencils and stuff like that. And so this cube was basically stationery. So I'm just trying to sort through that. But there was also a few electronic stuff, wires and all that. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw them with the phone's accessories. That way we know where it is. And I couldn't believe it. I was going through this box and I found these 2 cables. These cables are actually the charging cables for these 2 remote control cars that my kids have that they got for Christmas 2 years ago. And I didn't want to get rid of the cars, but I could not find the chargers. And basically I ended up Googling it, and I saw it on Amazon for about $8. I bought them literally 3 weeks ago, and they've been playing with those 2 remote control cars for a while. And look, I do this declutter and I find them. I've been looking for those cables for about a year. I couldn't believe that I put it in here. So I ended up putting it with the other phone accessories and cables and electronics. I just dumped it there. It should not be in this stationery box, honestly. And then realizing how much stuff was in the other cube, I thought, you know what, I can consolidate it. So I consolidated 2 of my cubes into one. And so you can see there's an empty box there. She ended up using that box to put other random plush in from the ottoman. And so yeah, very happy. By us decluttering this area, we were able to find stuff that we haven't found in over a year, like those charging ports for the remote control cars and just a few other stuff. So I'm very happy that we found the time to go through this area. Right now, there's a bunch of these kind of like small little photo frames. These have been sitting here forever. These are actually from my 10-year-old's christening 9 years ago. And so they all have like little photos of her in there. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to just take all the little photos out and I'll just donate those little photo frames. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then we should be almost done with the cubes. I think there was like 1 cube left that we did not touch. And that's something that I will just deal with another time, that gray one there on the left. But my daughter's going through and seeing that there is a lot of space in a lot of these cubes. She's just moving stuff around. And you can see that gray one there that she's kind of consolidating. We're going to have 1 empty cube, and then that gray one is practically empty as well. And so we're gonna just put some plush in there off camera. And so very happy with the way this declutter did turn out, and we're getting there. We're almost close to the end. There's still a lot of stuff on the floor, but honestly most of that is donations or trash, and so that's what I'm doing right now. Anything that is donations that's still in good condition, we're gonna put in one bag, and anything that's trash, I'm putting it in the other. As I watch this video, that kind of corner there on the left, that's actually like a shoe kind of organizer. That is an absolute mess. That's something that I'm going to have to tackle as well. But I'm right now with this 1,000 item challenge that I'm working with. It is giving me the motivation to just tackle these small corners of my home. So this was one little corner here, just a bookshelf with a bunch of cubes and books. That left corner there is another area that I'm going to tackle and declutter and organize as well. And so I believe my home is looking a lot more better. The fact that I am filling my trunk on a weekly basis of bags to take to Goodwill, it makes me feel a lot more at ease. I'm not so overwhelmed coming into my house and having to constantly do a lot more cleaning that I should. Having less things in your house does help. And so we're almost there. You can see I'm just showing all the bags that we will eventually donate. So I've got a good 4 to 5 bags there that we're going to be donating. That CVS bag is the only trash item, and then all the other items we're just finding other homes for because they shouldn't be there. And then next we're going to tackle the stairs. So literally everything here on the stairs has to go upstairs. It's just been sitting there for quite a while. I just can't believe that I let it get to this point. Like usually we will put a few items on a few stairs, but I got to the point where I was filling up almost 6 of them, and so that is unacceptable. And so right now I am just grabbing everything. I have a lot of paperwork there, so like all the mail, I'm putting them upstairs on my desk, and that's another thing that I'm gonna have to tackle early next year. So when it's tax time, that's when I kind of do all of my decluttering with my papers. I start to file them away, organize them. Anything for taxes I put in a file, and then anything that needs to be filed away or thrown away or shredded, that's what I do. And so the stairs is practically done. There's just a few things there that I just took upstairs. And so let's do a recap of what the area looked like before. So that was the bookshelf and that was the stairs. Crazy, so many items there. And this is the after, so a lot less stuff that's up the top, which is amazing. I was able to organize a lot on my books and also those cubes, and you can see all of these decluttered items here. I would say there's a good 100 items here that we decluttered, and then also a bag of trash. So another 100 items to go towards my 1,000 item challenge. And so I'm at, I think, like 250 now. And so very happy with the way it turned out. And then, yeah, you can see the stairs. There's nothing left on the stairs. So very happy with the area that I tackled today. That gate there is actually for the dog that we put in front of the stairs. And so, yeah, I hope this was motivating for you to find something in your home to tackle. I was just very happy. And you can see this cube was practically empty. That one was practically empty. And so we were able to really declutter a lot of the cubes except for that one. I'll probably do that off camera. And so, yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching.